In this video, I'll be reviewing Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This is the Stormlight Archive Book 2, and I'm excited to review this one. Also, I'll be unboxing another package that I received this month. And if you haven't seen my first video in this series, that was Way of Kings book review and an epic unboxing one, do watch that one because you'll get a fair idea of what this package contains. That had Kaladin Stormblessed, and this one also having one character from Stormlight Archive. I'm super excited to open it, and this is again one of those customized things. So let's first review this book. If you are here for just unboxing, you can visit to this timeline. And also, if you haven't read the first book, I'll seriously recommend you to just watch unboxing. Don't watch this review because I'll be starting this review from the part where the first book ended. And also I might discuss the spoilers of book 1. So leave this review if you haven't read the first book. If you have, do watch this one because this is a spoiler-free review of Words of Radiance. So let's roll the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. I hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those who know my channel, I'm Divam and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs, and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're into kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button. And now let's start with this video. So in this one, I'll be reviewing Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. So this is the book 2 in Stormlight Archive. And I'll again say that if you haven't read The Way of Kings, do leave this video because I might discuss the ending of that book, also some bits from it. So let's start with the spoiler-free review of Brandon Sanderson's Words of Radiance. So as we know, at the very end of that book, that is Way of Kings, we saw Kaladin fighting all those Pasendi and saving Dalinar from them. So that was one great scene. I just loved it. And at the very end, Dalinar gave away his sword blade to Sadeas, and that was one big moment. So majority of the people are excited for Words of Radiance just because of that moment. So we'll be giving a little plot of this book. As I've said, Kaladin is working under Dalinar now. That means Dalinar has given him a new job to like train those bridgemen from other bridges like he did for Bridge 4. So he's been given a new job and his task is to train all those people, to supervise all those things, and he's been given a great position in his army. So I actually like that bit because Kaladin, we saw in the book 1 that how he was struggling in the Bridge 4 and how he was going on bridge runs. So that actually changed in this book, and I actually liked it that Dalinar is showing him, like giving him so much respect. So that is one of those things that happened with Kaladin. At the same time, no one actually knows what Kaladin can do and how he saved Dalinar at the end of that book. So that is still a suspense, and I actually like that bit that he's keeping that away from everyone other than his crew, that is Bridge 4. So other than Kaladin, actually Dalinar's job in this book is again to convince all those high princes to see his vision through his eyes, to gain their trust and all those things. Like Dalinar is trying to gain trust of other high princes to make them follow on the way that he wants them to follow. So that is one thing that is happening with Dalinar, and he's again seeing all those visions that he was seeing at the end, like throughout the book 1. So he's again seeing all those visions, and the power of Stormfather will come in this book. That will take the new picture. Like Stormfather's role in this book is at vast. That was a little information about Kaladin and Dalinar's arc, like I did for 3 characters, Kaladin, Dalinar and Salan, in the book 1 review. So that's my plan to do in this review as well. So talking a little more about Salan the Vast character. So as we know, book 1 emphasized a lot on Kaladin Stormblessed backstory. Like it talked about how he ended up being a slave, how Amaram stole his sword blade and sword plate, and all those things like related to Kaladin's backstory, how from being a surgeon to being a spear master and all those things. So in this book, you will find Salan Dawa's arc, that is her backstory, how her house is in turmoil, that we saw in book 1 as well, like her house was struggling. So we'll find more information from her childhood till the very end in this book. That means throughout this book. So that is one great thing, that the emphasis actually shifted from Kaladin to Salan in this book, and that I actually liked from this book. Also adding to Salan's character, she was planning to visit Shattered Plains at the very start of this book. Let's see if she reaches there, if anything happens in between, or if she's like her plan fails. All those things you'll find after giving it a read once more. So that was a little about Salan the Vast character. Let's see all those things that I discussed in book 1 review as well, plot, battles and all those things I'll add in this book review right now here. One of the things that I always like in Brandon Sanderson's book is magic system. So by now you may have encountered this magic system of Stormlight Archive, like how it works, how Stormlight work, how all those things work, like how Kaladin's magic was working in book 1. So this book also adds on to those moments, add on to those details a lot, because you will find newer details in these books, like emphasis on light weaver, and I think windrunners was given a lot in this book, in these books, like these two, Words of Radiance Part 1 and Part 2. So a lot of emphasis is given on magic system, and this is one of those like highest rated books on Goodreads. I think the last I checked it was 4.78, and that is one great thing about Brandon Sanderson. So personally I love this book, and I just like the magic system from Brandon Sanderson. So you will find those added details to that magic, and that again became one of those important things in this book. Like you will find new skills, new skill set, new powers, and new add-ons to their previous magic system. So that is one great thing in this book. I just absolutely adore that magic system, and it enhances the experience of reading. So that was a little about like magic system. So by now, as I've said, you know how it magic system works, how Stormlight magic system works. So if you like the magic system in book 1, you will definitely like it in the book 2. So in the previous point, I touched upon Lightweaver and Windrunner and all those things. So you might not get a fair idea after watching me speaking about these things, because these things are introduced in these books only, because Words of Radiance. So you'll find more about Radiance and all those things in these books. So I'm not emphasizing a lot on those things. I want you guys to read that bits, but that is one of those things that I actually liked from this book, that you will find new order, kind of new order. Like if you have read the Mistborn trilogy, there was some kind of order there, and all those things like related to metals and all those things that gave them bifurcation. So you will find that bifurcation towards like throughout this book, and that I actually liked. So you will find new terms, new things in this book for sure. So that is one of those great things I liked from Words of Radiance. So again, this book go ahead with different point of views of different characters, and that was the total case in book 1 as well. So you'll find different point of views of Kaladin Dalinar, Jasna, and then Salan and Adolin and all those characters from this book. So you'll find different point of views, and the plot is kind of like, you can say that this book is character driven. The plot is again slow, though I finished this book in 7 days. You can see my reading speed with Stormlight is always amazing, like 7 to 8 days for 1200 pages. Absolute masterpiece, I can surely say that. So that was amazing speed. I read it around November, December. I think my exams were going to start, but I still read this book, and it was just so gripping. Like though the plot was slow, at times you were feeling like it's kind of repetitive at start, but you will find that Sanderson magic even after a few chapters. Again, that will be the case throughout all those Stormlight books. After giving a few like slow chapters, he will again give those big moments, and that is amazing. Like just can't thank Sanderson enough for these books. I just love Stormlight and can't be more excited to read it again whenever I'll get a chance. So that was about like the plot and the characters. Again, you will find different POVs, as I've said. So talking more about this book, battles are always amazing in Sanderson books. Like you may have read the book 1, in which the battles were beautifully choreographed by the author, and that's the total case in this book as well. The battles are beautifully choreographed, and they are not like similar or kind of repetitive like what happened in book 1. You will find new add-ons, new powers, new people, new characters are having like new skill set and all those things. So you will find new kind of battle, new type of like choreography altogether, and that I actually liked. Like you will not find similar kind of stuff happening in these things like we saw in Game of Thrones, like sword battles happening every now and then, but that's not the total case in this, because the magic element, the new kind of power system, the magic system is there altogether. The magic system is new altogether. So you will find new kind of battles, new kind of things happening in this book, and that's a major plus point from my side. I just love those battles, and that's not for just one Sanderson book, for all of those Sanderson books, and I just liked it and just loved it. Battles was amazing. So sharing a little more details related to these characters from this book. So in the book 1, we saw how Salan was working under Jasna, and she was her ward, and the character was not fully explored, but that is not the total case in this book. The character is explored a lot. Like the backstory is another thing that is exploring her backstory, but her contemporary self is going through so many things, and we are discussing her about her powers and all those things. So I'm discussing about all those things. So Salan's character is evolving a lot, and I'm just happy for her. Like seeing her character evolve so much is one of the great things I'm finding I found in this book, and I just loved her character in this one. Like, so many things happened with her, and her character actually became so stronger in this book. Also, the chemistry between Adolin and Kaladin was amazing in this book. I actually like the chemistry between the two. Like in book one, there were not many moments between these two characters, but that's not the case in this book. I actually like the chemistry between Kaladin and Adolin. I just loved it, and in between there was so many great moments. And if you read this book, you will find those moments every now and then. But there was a time in this book when I got all those goosebumps, and that is one of those things I every now and then get after reading those fantasy books. I read those chapters again and again, and that I always do. Like, if I like any chapter, I just read them again and again on a repeat. That's the total case with me, and I'm just a fanboy of these books. So that was a little information about these characters, their chemistry, and all those things. I just loved it, and for the overall plot, I just loved that as well. Those were my thoughts related to this book, that is Words of Radiance. Like, I didn't emphasize a lot, and I didn't plan for this review a lot. Like, my first review, book one review, went like 18 minutes long, so I thought let's keep it short and simple. Though I believe I've said too much, and still it will be 12 to 13 minutes long video, but still I have unboxing with me right now, so we'll be showing you that. But if you are into high fantasy, if you are into sci-fi, do pick this book. And the people who have read The Way of Kings are watching this video, so they'll immediately pick this book anyhow. So those were my views related to it. I just love this book, and I can't recommend this book anymore. The chemistry was amazing between the characters. I just felt happy for Kaladin, like he's under Dalinar now, and I just loved it. I love the Salan's character evolution. Like, she became so strong in this book, and I just like that aspect. And all those things like suspense, magic system, battles, and choreography, and all those things is amazing like the previous book. So this is one of those highest rated books on Goodreads, like 4.78. So I rated it 5 stars. There's no point of like sharing my ratings again, but still 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars, and I read it on these Golan's editions. If you want to check the book comparison video of Golan's editions versus like Thor Fantasy, that is mass market paperback and hardcover comparison of Stormlight Archive, do watch my video. You'll find the link here. But first, let's see the unboxing, and let's see what character I got this time. So once again, I'll thank Apurva for making these for me. Like, I got Kaladin Stormblessed, and you may have seen the unboxing for the same in book 1 review. So this is the character of Salan Dawar, and I just love, like, just look at this Funko first, and already shown you the unboxing for the same. This is Salan Dawar. The book explores her story, her backstory, and what can be better than that I got Salan Dawar, and I'm opening this package in Words of Radiance book review. Also, this is the bookmark that I got, all those like symbols from Mistborn. Like, if you have read the Mistborn, you must have like seen these symbols a lot in those books. So these symbols resonate a lot, many things. So I just love this bookmark. Just can't like appreciate your efforts in making these. I just loved it, and it'll be going along with Kaladin over there. So Salan Dawar is the next like character I got from the Stormlight Archive. I just loved it, and do give her a follow. That is Scent of a Tome. You will find the Instagram handle over here. Thanks Apurva for making these. That was all for this review. That was all for this unboxing. I just wanted to show you this unboxing. Just wanted to say my views on Words of Radiance. That was all for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, do hit the like button, do give Apurva a follow, and do follow me over my social media, and do comment down below and let me know your thoughts related to Stormlight Archive. If you have any doubt related to this book, if you want to ask me anything, if you want to know any other views, if you want to request for any type of a review, do comment down below and let me know fast. So stay healthy, stay home, stay safe. We'll be catching up real soon. Bye bye.